Good morning, dear students. Today we are discussing our last topic on trigonometric series, which is bearing, right? This topic is there in IGCSE syllabus, but it's not there in CBSE and ICSE. CBSE and ICSE students can also see this video for more information. Okay, so let's just start the video. Okay, so first topic is first we discuss about bearing, rules of bearing, then we start the questions, right? So, as the definition of bearing says, bearing is a clockwise angle measured from the north line, right? So, to measure the bearing, we have to draw a north line. From there, we measure angle in clockwise direction. How the clock move? Towards your right. So, we measure the angle in clockwise direction. Okay. And we always write bearing in a 3-digit, right? So, suppose if our angle is coming 45, so we write 045 instead of writing 45. Now, where is the application? Where we use it? So, we use bearing in navigation and geometry, right? So, basically, it is a precise way of describing the motion, describing the position of an object of one point to another, right? For example, if I say a point B is on a bearing of 45 degree from A, so we exactly know that from point A, B is on a bearing of 45 degree. It is in clockwise direction. We draw the angle and we know the specific position of point B. Now, so there are three basic rules of bearing. First, as I told you, we always measure it from north. So to reference point is always true north. So we take towards north. We draw a vertical line upward from your starting point. Whatever is your starting point, from there we draw a vertical line upward. Generally, sometimes in question they already give you the vertical line, but if they don't give, you have to draw on your own, right? Second, we always measure bearing in clockwise direction. We always measure it in clockwise direction. Whether you are measuring it from point A or point B, you always measure it in clockwise direction. And third rule, very important, where students generally make mistake, bearing is always written in three figures. So if it is less than 100, like 45, so you write 045. Like if it is 7 degree, then 007. So you always write it in three figures. Okay, now let's start this question number one. A yacht sails the triangular route shown, the bearing of B from A. Now be very careful. From A they are saying, right? So from A means you have to, whatever they are saying from A means we have to start from this A. If this is from B, then we have to draw a north on B and then we will measure accordingly, right? But here they are saying the bearing of B from A here, the bearing is given 135. You see, this is in clockwise direction and it is 135. Now BC is given 3.7 kilometer and AC is given as 2.8 kilometer. Okay. So first they say show that angle CAB is 62.2, correct to one decimal place. Okay, CAB means this angle. We have to prove this angle as 62.2. Now remember, in the previous worksheet we have discussed about sine rule, cosine rule, right? So you see this B, angle B we know. So the side opposite to angle B will be considered as small b, and this is angle A. We have to find the side opposite to angle A will be small a. So we apply sine rule here. A upon sine of angle A is equals to B upon sine of angle B. Now we have to find sine of angle A, so we do the cross multiplication. So B times sine of angle A is equals to A times sine of angle B. So sine A will be A times sine B over small b. So A will be sine inverse of this whole, A sine B over small b. Okay. Now put the values. What is the value of small a? Small a is 3.7. 3.7 times sine of angle B 42 over B 2.8. Now to find the angle A, you need to use your calculator. right? So press shift sign and then fraction 3.7 times sine 42 divided by 28, right? So your answer is coming, just a second, what mistake I have done? Oh, sorry, that is 2, this is 2.8, right? By mistake, I have taken it's 2.8, sorry. Let me just check, 2.8, yeah. So now we are getting angle A 62.154. Now you see, second digit is 5, right? So we round it off to 62.2 degree. So this is the answer for my first part. So that angle CAB is 62.2. So we have shown it that angle CAB is equals to 62.2. Okay. Now they say find the bearing of A from C. From C. Right. So this angle you already calculated as 62.2. So they say find the bearing of A from C. So you have to see what is written after from. After from, C is written, means from here. So you have to draw a north here. Okay. From C, we draw a north. Okay. Now you see this is 135. This is 62.2. So can I find this angle? Because this is a complete circle forming. So we can find this angle X. So angle X can be found by X plus 135 plus 62.2 equals to 360 degree. 62.2. Okay. So X will be 360 minus 135 minus 62.2. Now we will use our calculator. 360 minus 135 minus 62.2. So the answer which you are getting is 162.8. So this X is coming 162.8. Now you must be thinking why we have calculated this. Because you see these two are towards north, means they are parallel line. So I will use one property of parallel line. What is the property said? That if two parallel lines are there and the line is cutting, so the sum of this interior angle is always 180. X plus y equals to 180. What is the name of this property? This is called co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Yeah, this is the name of this property. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Now you see we got this angle 162.8. You have to calculate this angle, which is theta. Right. So the sum of these two angles are 180. X plus theta equals to 180. Same as this reason, co-interior angle. So theta will be 180 minus 162.8. Right. So from 180, if you subtract 162.8, you will get how much? 17.2. Right. So this is your answer for the second part. The bearing of A from C. Bearing of A from C is bearing of A from C is 17.2. So this is my answer for the second part. This is my answer for the first part. Right. Now for the third part, they say calculate the total length of this route. So we know these two sides. To find total length, I need to find AB. Okay. So if I find AB, anyhow, I will be able to find AB, then I can add all the sides. Right. So first of all, you find this unknown angle C. Right. The A is 62.2, B is 42. So angle C will be, right, angle C will be 180 minus, angle C will be 180 minus 62.2 minus 42. Right. So 180 minus 62.2 minus 42. So you are getting 75.8. Right. Angle C is coming 75.8. 75.8. So this is the angle C, which is 75.8. Now we can apply again sine rule to find AB side, because the side opposite to angle C will be considered as small c, and this is small b. Okay, so we apply sine rule again to find C side. B upon sine B equals to C upon sine C. Okay, so what is small b? Earlier we find it, small b is 2.8. 2.8 divided by sine 42 degree. Sine 42 equals to C. So we have to find, and sine of angle C. Sine of angle C. What is angle C? 75.8. So use angle C is 75.8. Now crisscross. So this will go that side. 2.8 times sine 75.8 divided by sine 42 degree. Yeah. Okay. So what we will do? 2.8 uh, 2.8 times sine 75.8 over sine 42. 4.056. So C is coming 4.056. Approximately you can say 4.06 kilometer. Right? So I got A, I got B, I got C. So you have to find the total length of the route. So total length, add all the sides. Total length of the route. Total length of the route. So A plus B plus C, sum of all the sides will be the total length of the route. So 3.7 plus 2.8, 3.7 plus 2.8 plus 4.06. Add it. 3.7. Okay. 3.7 plus 2.8 plus 4.06. So it is coming 10.56 kilometer. That is the total length of this road, right? Now you see, in a bearing, they have introduced the sine rule and cosine rule. So this type of question can also be asked in exam, where they merge sine rule with cosine rule, right? Next question. Okay. Next question is this. The diagram shows the position of two boat A and boat B, drawn through a scale of 1:m. The actual distance between the two ports is 4 kilometers. Find m, giving your answer correct to one significant figure. Okay. Right. Now you need to understand that what is scaling, mapping. You know that in map the distance that they show is not the actual distance. That is called map distance. Actual distance is different from this. For example, suppose if you have a map of India, and the distance between distance between Delhi to Mumbai is around 700 kilometers, right? How much? 700. But in the map they are showing it at 7 centimeter. In the map you can see the distance at 7 centimeter. So is the actual distance between Delhi and Mumbai 7 centimeter? No, right? Actual distance is different. 7 centimeter times you multiply, uh, like 1 centimeter is representing 100 kilometer, right? So actually 7 centimeter in map, in reality it is 700 kilometer. So we like mapping 1 centimeter represent 100 kilometer in reality. This is called mapping. Okay, so we use this concept in this type of question. Okay, so whenever you got this type of question, you have to use your ruler. Okay, you have to use your ruler to solve the question. So we will use the ruler. Okay, yeah, this is the ruler, as you can see. Okay. I will measure this length as per my requirement. How much is this length? Okay, now when you print the worksheet, there is a possibility that uh, because I have done zooming and zoom out, so the distance is different. But when you get in exam, the distance will be accurate, right? So here, as you can see, this time this distance is coming 3.8 centimeter. Maybe you might be getting 4. This might vary, but in exam when the question come, the paper is same for everyone. It remains same. So 3 centimeter. So the actual distance between the two port is 4 kilometer, right? So basically, if I convert 4 kilometer in centimeter, right? So 4 kilometer is equals to, you know that in 1 kilometer, how many centimeter we have, that you need to understand. 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter, and 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So basically 1 kilometer is equals to 100,000 centimeter, right? Okay, 1 kilometer is equals to 1000. Now the distance is, so this is 400,000. Okay, 400,000, and this is coming 3.8. So 3.8 over 400,000. Okay, so when you divide 3 point, uh, when we divide 3.8 times 400,000, we are getting 0.000, we are getting 0.0000095. Now they say give your answer to the nearest second. Give find m. Give your answer to one significant figure. So if I convert it to one significant figure, how much I will get? Okay. So when I converting into one significant figure, I need to write this. I want 10, right? So basically, this 95, what we can write here, we increase 10 here. So instead of 95, it becomes 100, right? So 0.00001 here. Okay. So basically, if I remove the decimal from here, so how many zeros are coming? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros are there because after the after 1 there is no values of 0, right? So my scaling is 1 ratio m, right? So 1 ratio 100,000 approximately means 1 centimeter in map is equals to 100,000 centimeter in reality. In simple words, we can say 1 centimeter is same as 1 kilometer. Approximately, you see this is coming close to 4, right? So 4 centimeter, and this is 4 kilometer, right? So it means 1 centimeter is representing approximately 1 kilometer. So 1 centimeter is representing approximately 1 kilometer. But when I write it in this form, ratio form, so I write both the units in same unit. So 1 centimeter is same as 100,000. So what will be the value of m here? So the value of m will be 100,000. Okay, right. Now they say measure the bearing of A from B. Okay, we have to measure the bearing of A from B. So what we will do now? We will measure the bearing of A from B. Okay, so now in this case, what we have to do? Again, to do this type of question, you need a protector. So first, we have to find the bearing of A from B from here. So whenever we have this type of question, what we do, you produce this line downward. This line, you produce it downward. Okay, so you know that this is a straight line until here it's 180 because this is a straight line. You have to find this angle to find the bearing of A from B. We always measure in clockwise direction, you know that, right? So we have to find this angle A from B. So I have to find this whole angle. Until here we know 80, 180. So if I find this small angle, so I add 180 plus this, that will be the bearing of A from B. So I need protector for this. Okay, I will need a protector for this. Okay, so I will measure this angle now. You all know how to measure angle. You put it, hide this line. We hide this line. Okay. Okay, and we measure this angle. If you see this angle here, from here, because this is 90, right? So this is acute angle. This is approximately 56 degree here. 56. Okay, approximately this is 56. Okay, so what will be the bearing of A from B? Second part, bearing of A from B, 180 plus 56. So 180 plus 56 is 236 degree, right? So this is an reflex angle greater than 180. So until here it's 180 and we find this remaining. So 180 plus 56, 236 is the bearing of A from B. Understand? Clear? So bearing of A from B is 236. Sorry, I write it somewhere else because I need the space here. Okay, so I write it here for the second part. Bearing of A from B, bearing of A from B is equals to 180 plus 56, that is 236. Okay, okay, 180 plus 56 is 236. This is the bearing of A from B. Now see what is my next question. They say a third board is positioned at C. C is in a bearing of 120 from A and 195 from B. Okay, so again I will need my compass. Okay, so we have to draw an angle of 120 from A. So draw 120 from A. This is here we put on A and we draw an angle of 120. Now you see 120 is here also and here also. So many students got confused. They mark this side 120. No, first you see 90. This is 90, right? So means 120 is obtuse angle. So it looks something like this. Its mouth is open. For acute, mouth is getting closed. For obtuse, mouth is getting open, right? So here we have 90 degree here. So 120 will be somewhere. This point is 120. Okay. So I join this point towards this line and I produce it. This is 120. Okay. Now they say 195 from B. Okay. So I take this protector here. Okay. I will rotate it. Okay. Put it here. And now we will draw 115 degree because until here, this is 180. So we have to draw 15. So this is 90. So where will be 15? 15 will be somewhere here. Right. Now produce the line from B. You join here. So this is 15. Okay. This point is 15. Okay. So wherever both the lines are meeting, this is C. So this is a bearing of 120 from A, 120 degree from A. And for this line, you see for this one, this with the blue one, this is 195. 180 plus 15, 195. So this is my C position. Okay, now find by measurement the actual distance in kilometer from A to C. Okay, you know that 1 centimeter is as 1 kilometer. So I need to use my compass now. Okay, I have to use my compass to find the length AC. Okay, so to find the length AC, what we do, I have to measure this AC length from A to C. You can see it's approximately, just a second, approximately 2.5 it is coming. So for D part AC, 2.5 times 1, right? Because 1 centimeter represent 1 kilometer. So 2.5 centimeter represent 2.5 kilometer. Understand? So 2.5 centimeters representing 2.5 kilometer. I hope this is clear. Next. Okay. Now you see a triangle is given. The sketch shows the position of three villages A, B, and C. A is due east of B. Use a ruler and compass only to complete the scale drawing of triangle ABC. Oh, basically this is a scale question and 1 centimeter representing 1 kilometer. So basically from B to C we have to draw 8 kilometer and from A to C 5. So we need compass and a ruler. Okay. So first you measure in your compass 5 centimeter length. So from here this is 0. Measure your compass until 5 centimeter. Yeah. So this is 5. Yeah. You see this is 5. Just a second. This is 5 centimeter. Yeah. You measure it at 5. Okay. Now you take this compass. You take this compass here at B. Okay. Oh, sorry. A. 5 centimeter we have measured, right? So A. We take it here at A because A to C is 5. Okay. So you cut an arc of 5 centimeter. You cut an arc of 5 centimeter over here. Right. We cut an arc of 5 centimeter. Do you understand? Now again take your compass and measure length 8 kilometer. Yeah, this is 8 kilometer. Okay. Now put the tip of your compass on B. And draw another arc. Okay. Now you see, as you see, this arc is smaller. So I mean, I need to draw it again. Okay. I need to draw it again until 5 centimeter. So make this arc big again. Yeah. Here. So that will be my C point. You mark this point as C. Okay. You mark this point as C. Now from B, you join until here. And from A, you join until here. Just a second. From A, you join until here. Yeah, so that will be your required. So this will be 8 centimeter and this will be 5 centimeter. Okay. Now they say measure the bearing of C from B. So basically you have to measure this angle. This angle you have to measure. So you need compass for this. Okay. So we take your compass and we put it here. You take a compass and you put it here. And you measure this angle. As you can see, this is approximately 130 degree. So the bearing of C from B is 130 degree. Understand? So you have to use compass and protector for bearing. Okay. So I hope you understand question 5. I am leaving for you to try. You try it, and if you have a problem, you let me know. We will discuss it. Okay. Now question number 6. Okay. Question number 6 is the diagram shows the position of 2 points A and two airports A and B. The bearing of B from A is given 72. You have to find the bearing of uh, A from B. Basically, you have to find this angle. Okay, this angle you have to find. Now you can see that if this is 72, can I find this remaining angle X? Again, these two lines are parallel. So I told you if the two lines are parallel, co-interior angle sum is 180. So basically 72 plus X is equals to 180. Same reason, co-interior angles are supplementary. So X will be 180 minus 72, that is 108 degree. So X is coming 108. But we don't have, we no need to find X, we have to find the bearing of A from B. So you see this is a complete circle. So from 360, if I subtract 108, I will get my bearing of A from B, right? So bearing of A from B will be 360 minus 108. So 252 degree. That is my answer for the question number 6, right? Now question number 7. The scale drawing show part of a field ABCD. The scale is 1 centimeter to 50 meter. Measure the bearing of C from A. Measure the bearing of C from B. Okay. So basically we have to find the bearing of C from B. So we need protractor here. Okay. Use your protractor to measure this angle. Okay. So you all know how to measure angle. You have to put the protractor at the tip here and you have to hide this black line. Okay, hide this black line and you measure this angle. This angle is approximately 110, approximately 110 degree. You can see, yeah, this is exact 110 degree. Okay, so my answer for this part, measure the bearing of C from B, is 110 degree. Just a second. No. I'm sorry. My mistake. 110 will be like this in this direction, right? I'm so sorry. Uh, Yeah, so I see this mistakes can happen with anyone and it happens with me also. This is 90, right? So we generally seeing this, but you see this is an acute angle. So it's not 110, it's 70 degree because this is 90. Obtuse angle will be this direction. The mouth is open, but this mouth is closed. So this is an acute angle. So this is not 110, this is 070 degree. So my mistake, this is 070 degree. So see, these mistakes can happen in exam. Okay. So you have to be very careful with 90 degree. So if it is towards the left of 90, that is acute. And if it is towards the right of 90, obtuse. You can remember it like this way. This is 90 degree. And you see this line is to the left of 90. So means acute. If it is right of 90, it means obtuse. Very simple way to understand. Okay. So 70 degree. Now they say D is 250 meter from C and 300. Use ruler and compass to complete the this one. Okay. D is 250. So 1 centimeter is representing 50, right? So basically, if I divide 250 with 50, it means 5 centimeter, right? And if I divide 300 with 50, sorry, 300 with 50, so 300 with 50, we get 6 centimeter. So basically, what we have to do here, question say D is 250 from C, means from C the distance of D is 250, that is 5 centimeter, and from A 300, that is 6 centimeter. So I have to use my compass. Okay, I have to use my compass and ruler, and I have to draw 5 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Okay, so I will measure first of all 5 centimeter. First of all, measure 5 centimeter. Okay, so they say mm, D is 250 meter from C. 250 means here. So from here we have to draw a 5 centimeter arc. So you put the tip of your compass here, okay, and we cut an arc. This time we cut a bigger arc because otherwise I have to draw it again. Yeah, like that. Next, 6 centimeter again. So now I will measure 6 centimeter. Measure 6 centimeter, produces. You put the tip of your compass on origin and measure this length as 6. Reduce it little bit. Yeah, this is 6. I have measured it. Now you put the tip of your compass on A and cut an arc. I'm so sorry. Put the tip of compass on A and cut an arc. Yeah, so this is my arc. Okay, now I join it B with A and with C. Okay, this point is my D. This is 5 centimeter from C and 6 centimeter from A. Right, so this is the required quadrilateral that they are asking me. Okay, now question number 8. 4 oil rigs are positioned at the vertices of a rectangle ABCD. So you see 4 oil rigs are there. They find the bearing of A from B. Okay, so basically you have to find the bearing of A from B means this whole angle they are asking. Okay, this whole angle. So we have to find this whole angle. Okay, how will you find it? First of all, as you can see that these two lines are parallel. So we find this angle X. 40 plus X equals to 180. Same co-interior angles are supplementary. So X will be 180 minus 40, that is 40 degree. Okay, so X is coming how much? 40. So this angle is 40 degree. But we have to find this whole, right? So this is a complete circle. So my answer for the first part, bearing of A from B will be 360 minus 40 degree, that is 320 degree. So the bearing of A from B is this whole, which is 320. Understand? C from B, bearing of C from B. So this though we already calculated. This is 40, this is 90. So you can find the bearing of C from B. Bearing of C, 360 minus 90 minus 40. Because bearing of C from B is only this one, the red one, this one. So from complete circle 360, if I subtract 40 and 90, I will get this red one. Understand? This red one. From complete 360, if I subtract 40 and 90, I get the bearing of C from B. So 360 minus 130, that is 230 degrees. So this is my answer for the second part, C from B. Next, C from D, bearing of C from D. Okay, so this is C, so D. So we have to draw an angle of north direction, exactly north. Okay, okay, you see this one. Okay, so you have to find the bearing of C from D. So basically this angle they have to find. And you know that as you can see, this angle, they all are 90 degree. This is a rectangle, right? They all are 90 degree. Okay, so you have to find this angle. You see, so this line will divide it into two equal angles. So 45 and 45. Okay, so bearing of C from D will be 45 degree. So, but as you know, bearing we write in 3 digits, so 0, 4, 5, 45 degree. Clear? Okay. So, ninth question is for you to try. I know you all can try this, but there is a hint here. They say the bearing of C from B is given x x. So C from B is given x, and it is been given that ABC is isosceles triangle. Isosceles means any two sides are equal, but it is not been mentioned which two sides are equal. So three conditions you have to take. First you take AC equals to AB, then you take AC equals to BC, then you take AB equals to BC. So three conditions. First condition you will take AC equals to AB, then you find the angle of x. Second condition you will take is AB equals to BC, and third condition you will take as AC equals to BC. When you do this like that, then you will find three different values of x from here. So three conditions you have to take. Why we have to take the three conditions? Because it is not mentioned which two sides are equal of triangle ABC. So three possibilities are there. So we write all the three possible values of x, right? So this one is for you to try at your home. If you have a problem, you know where to find me. You can discuss this with me. Okay. So whatever we have discussed today, I hope it's clear to you, right? Stay tuned because one of the student requested me for asymptote. So next worksheet that will be coming is for asymptote. Okay, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and share it with your friends so that they can also get the benefit of this video. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.